everyone. Happy Monday. Thank you for joining me here tonight. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery kits. And I'm here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. And it's a time that we can relax and craft together for about an hour here in the evenings. So tonight, you guys, we are continuing on the Splendid Sampler 2. We are on the Octopus block here by Rob Apple. We're doing raw edge applique for it. And last week on Friday, we chose all our fabric colors and we did the first part of the fusing of our fusible web. So we have all the shapes, the colors and stuff done. We need to start cutting these out now. So that is what we're gonna do tonight. But remember, I'm using Steam-A-Seam 2. Oh my gosh, is that what it's called? I totally forgot now. Yeah, Steam-A-Seam 2. And what makes that fusible a little bit different is that it's actually sticky as well as iron fusible. So the stickiness allows you to stick it onto your piece before you fuse it down. So I think we're gonna start sticking these things on as we cut them out. I think that'll be just kind of fun. We'll start to see it develop a little bit then. So, all right, I'm gonna flip you guys around and we'll get started tonight. Thank you for joining me. Alrighty. So, hope everyone had a great weekend. I left all my pieces laying out here. You can see them. They all kind of curled up a little bit. So before we cut them out, I'm going to just press them a little bit again. But remember, we did cut that one little bubble out. Number 15. I think, why don't we stick that on right away? So 15 is this. This is our template, but we got to remember that it's been flipped here. So this 15 is actually this bubble here. So I want to kind of start with the things that aren't being covered up by another thing. Like I wouldn't put an eyeball on before I'd put the whole octopus on, right? But these bubbles don't have any interference, really, it looks like. So I'm going to take this one off and we'll get started. So I'm going to grab my stiletto. And what I'm going to do is right in the center, I'm going to put like a little X in here. So you can see I scraped a little X in here. And the reason for that is once we have it all perfectly cut, like this is a perfectly cut little circle right now, I don't want to be futzing with the edge to try and get that second piece of paper up off of here. Because if I'm trying to get rid of that paper by rubbing the edge, I'm going to just make this edge even more raw. And I don't want to do that. So I just did a little X on the inside. Oh, this is where a tweezers would come in handy. But I'm going to just pull off that paper from the inside and go outward. And there we go. It just kind of came off there. Perfect. All right. So this should stick down now. And we'll put it on that little 15 spot. There we go. So again, I can do this because the Steam-A-Seam 2 has a sticker aspect to it as well. So see, I can move this around and it'll stay there, but I can pull this off and move it somewhere else if I mess up or decide I don't want it there anymore. And I can do that until I actually fuse it down with the heat. So, okay, I think, why don't we want to start with kind of the thing in the farthest back and move forward. But it's a little tricky because this octopus, this coral is way far in the back, but part of the octopus is above it and part is below it. And you know what? We do have these other two pieces that go behind the octopus as well. Why don't we start with those two goofy like arm pieces? We'll stick those on using our template here. And then we'll put the octopus on, but we won't press down on the parts that go in front of these other pieces or wrap around these. We'll just let those kind of dangle while we put everything else down, I think. I think that's probably the best spot to start is the big octopus. But again, I think we got to get these two arms in first. So this is number 6. Again, I'm just looking. We have number 6 and 8 there. So let's start with those. 6, I think, is the farthest most back. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, here's 8. There we go, 6. What goofy shape. So I'm going to just give that a little press because, like I said, it did get a little curly. I think it'll be a little easier to cut flatter. So, all right, let's get down in here. We are going to trim this out. So I am going to use my giant Kai scissors here. You couldn't find the Steam-A-Seam, but you got its equal by Pellon. Oh, great, Robin. Robin, you'll have to let us know how the Pellon version works for you. All right, so this is where the cutting becomes important. So, you know, I didn't cut this edge very carefully or anything, but now we are cutting exactly on the line. So this is the part that we will see, this edge. So we want this cutting to be as nice as we can get it. Oh no, the ironing won't mess up the stickiness. So Shirley, the neat thing about Steam-A-Seam 2 is the stickiness. So normally how fusible webs work is ultimately there's 2 glue sides, and one side of the glue, the fusible part, the glue fusible, one side has a paper backing onto it. So the idea is you trace onto the part that has the paper backing, then you fuse it down by pressing on the paper backing so the glue part is touching the fabric, and then you take the paper off and the glue is exposed, and then you fuse it to your final piece. The difference with this is that not only does it have the fusible also has a stickiness to it. So as long as the paper is still on here, we can fuse it and it won't do anything to the stickiness of it. Trying to get this nice, this little bit here around the curve. These are really small pieces. Trying to not cut off my fingers either. Yeah, so I think the stickiness aspect of the Steam-A-Seam is going to be to our benefit today. Oh, they're not stacking the Pellon anymore. Oh no, that's too bad. All right, so this is going to be trash. I don't want to keep any of the fabric that has any of this fusible yet, because if I accidentally use this as a scrap and iron on it, I don't want that fusing to my iron. So I'm gonna fully throw that piece away. All right, let's grab our little stiletto here. So I put another little X in there. Oh yeah, yes, Terry. So I have the Steam-A-Seam 2. That's what this is. And apparently, I have never used it, but there is apparently a Steam-A-Seam 2 Lite. I think you still have to have the Steam-A-Seam, the number 2 in there. And that apparently is a lighter version than this, which would be better if you plan on doing like any portion of this hand stitching. Because this Steam-A-Seam 2 is really, really difficult to stitch through. It's like don't try it. I stabbed myself when I tried to do that on the kitty blanket. All right, see, so now you can tell this still has the sticky side to it, so I can stick it down. A normal fusible would not have that sticky side. It would have the glue exposed at this point, but that glue wouldn't stick or do anything until you fuse it down. So you'd have to kind of place this perfectly and then fuse it, whereas I can kind of temporarily stick it down. Actually, we're going to kind of use the awl, I think, a little bit to guide things here. So I have the little part that went behind this leg and went behind the head. All right, and I think that looks pretty good. Let's just stick that down. And again, I can, it's stuck down here, so it's great. It's not going to fly away on me. And I can still move it if I need to. Oh, your machine didn't go through the edges very well? Oof, yeah, so this will be a lot of layers, so it'll be interesting to see. All right, I'm gonna flatten this guy out again. It'll be interesting to see if it can go through here really well. Oh, you like doing the X cutting on the back too? Yeah, I think that just works super well. Then the point is you're not rubbing your fingers on the edge trying to get the paper off, because that rubbing will start fraying everything. All right. I think that octopus body is going to take a long time to cut out. It's kind of fun, though, that we can stick it down as we go. We won't fuse it, I don't think, till everything's down, just to make sure. Because once it's fused, it's pretty permanent at that point. I mean, you still need to stitch it down so it holds up through the washing and stuff like that, but we don't want to fuse these until they're all on, I don't think. If you're not using the Steam Seam 2, like you don't have that sticky aspect of it, you maybe would fuse as you go a little bit. All right, I'm just kind of orienting myself. I put the numbers upright, so I know that this goes up in this direction, kind of like this. So he's gonna hang out there, but I gotta take that paper off. I have not tried the Steam Seam 2 light yet. I'm just kind of using up the Steam Seam 2, the normal stuff, before buying more. But next time I'll definitely buy the light and see how that goes. All right, there we go. How does it affect my scissors? I don't think it's really doing anything to it. I suppose maybe it's actually putting a little stickiness on there. Actually, now that I see that, I'm gonna have to wipe that off. So I will have to clean this up. I don't actually know if that's from the Steam Seam. It might just be from using this scissors a lot, but yeah, that's a good question. I'll have to clean up my scissors a little bit afterwards, I think. All right, this was that piece that I thought I could have made that other color, but we're just doing it the same and it'll look like one arm. I think that's okay. All right, now I think the big octopus piece, that'll get us going. Now, obviously, I will be covering up the eyeballs. So, I mean, I could get my light table out and go through this piece and trace the eyeballs onto the front, but I don't think I'm going to bother with that. I think I'll just eyeball the eyeballs and just kind of place them, just look at the image and kind of see where they'll go. But you could, at this point, before sticking this down, you could trace over it so that they show up, so it shows up on the front of this fabric. That'd be a good idea, but I think we'll be okay. Ooh, little threads coming off. All right, this is a big one to deal with. So one thing I'm looking at is we do have this little circle on the inside here, so we'll have to be careful trimming around there. But I think I'm gonna do, maybe I will do that part first. So I'm just gonna kind of fold it there a little bit and put a little snip in there, like so. Yeah, and now we're gonna get the scissors. Maybe this time we'll get the little baby scissors going here. That's a little bit easier. I like big scissors because you can like have a cut farther before you have to lift up, but this kind of calls for a smaller scissors. Again, this is where I'm being super careful. Oh, this block is perfect for shark week. Funny. There we go. So there's that middle circle, circle-y area. Now I'm going to switch to my other scissors again. Oh, the stars are going to be so cute for this guy. Okay, where should I start? I suppose right here. All right, you guys, it is Finish It Friday this week. Do you guys even realize that? It is August at the end of this week. Can you believe it? It is, summer is cruising right along here, isn't it? So I have an idea for what we'll do on Finish It Friday. So Finish It Friday is where we kind of take a break from whatever we're working on for the first Friday of the month, which is this coming Friday, the Friday of this week. Yeah, and I mean, it feels like we just did a Finish It Friday because I postponed the Finish It Friday a couple weeks because I wasn't in town for Finish It Friday last month, for July. So it does feel like it has come up fast because, you know, it's an early one in the month this time, and we postponed it a few times last month. But yes, it is Finish It Friday. Oh my gosh, your schools go back Thursday already? Gretchen, that's so early. Holy cow. Wow. That is so early for school. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. Crazy. All right, but I have a thought for Finish It Friday, and I'm going to talk about it a little later this week. I have an email that I'm going to send tomorrow about it. So make sure to go to my website and get on my email list if you guys aren't on. So I'll have an email going out tomorrow morning, and then I will talk about it a little bit more after that. But I think I have something that might be a little bit fun to do. Oh, you retired from teaching, so you have a long summer. That's nice, Tracy. Congrats! So this is your first summer. Wow. All right. Wow. This is a little difficult getting around these. You know what? I'm gonna get this little baby scissors out for some of this. This is tough going around these little edges here when there's so much more going on and stuff. I do like that big scissors though. Man, I should have, we talked about this on Friday. I should have got some of my fancy little scissors out. But you know what? I'm going to err on the side of this giant Kai scissors because I love it so much. Although that little stork, penguin, and fish one isn't working half bad. I just like on these big, long curves, I like doing it all in one cut without like starting and stopping. That's why I like the big scissors for it. Oh, Shirley, you just retired from teaching too? Wow. You'll have to just watch all the kids with some mimosas at the bus stop and be like, suckers. Oh, Antoinette, you too. Nice. So some of these arms we're covering up with other little pieces. You have a pair of applique scissors that are serrated, so it helps the edges from fraying. Oh, Jenna, that's interesting. I'm gonna have to, I'll have to look into that. I know that Kai, who makes these scissors, makes some serrated edged scissors. I'll have to look into that. Like I need another scissors. Yep, see, I don't want to be exactly. Exactly. Wow, our schools must start so much later here. I don't think ours start till late August, although, what do I know? I do not have any kids, so I don't know. Oh, that duckbill scissor. So, are you talking about one of those scissors that has the big I'm going to just trim this excess away. That like a big flap to it. That I use for like machine embroidery to get down right against the fabric. So that's a little bit different. Yeah, I can't have too many scissors. That is a true fact. All right, I think I'm gonna cut this way to get to that inside corner. So it ends up with a nice sharp point here, in theory. There we go. All right, good. All right, now we'll continue around. Yeah, gosh, this is the type of thing that I've never tried with fabric, but like if I was cutting this out in paper for a project, I would get an X-Acto blade out and start using that, but I don't think that's the way to go with fabric. Well, it's gonna be easy peasy once we get this octopus cut out, though. The rest shouldn't be as hard, although some of those coral pieces are pretty intricate too. All right, here's where it gets tricky, going around these things and getting back out. Oh, you have the serrated Kai scissors and they're great. Oh, that's good to know. Maybe if we say it enough, Mass Drop will have them again. Hey, Mass Drop, how about some serrated, small, professional grade Kai scissors? Okay, get around here, buddy. These legs are so skinny and little. I don't want to cut off a different leg on accident. Ugh. All right. Legs getting in my way. I can't see very well. All right, I think we made it. Good enough. I'm going to just leave. I didn't cut it as close to the edge as what I thought, but I'm going to leave it. I think it's fine. All right, now around this guy. Ah, his legs are getting stuck on my scissors. Out of here, leg. Come on now. There we go. Man, I'm glad I cut that circle out first because it's getting ornery here. All right, I'm gonna just trim this off just so it's out of my way. Be very careful while you're trimming so you don't accidentally cut off one of these legs hanging out here. All right, we're almost there though. So this must be a part that's behind some coral. I think the star fabric is going to be really cute for this too. But dang, this one leg keeps grabbing onto stuff. Or one tentacle, I guess. It's one tentacle. All right. Cut off more of that excess. Here we loop around again. This is where the legs get in my way. This would be really fun. Oh, thanks, Shirley. This would be really fun as a whole quilt, like what the designer did, making this into a whole quilt instead of this little block. Look, it's got stuck underneath in there. Yeah, just take your time with this one, I think. I think that's the name of the game. Ooh, wow, I'm not cutting around this very well. It kind of feels a little bit like, all right, I'm going to just snip that part off. It feels a little bit like free motion quilting. How you gotta wrap around and in and out and try and find your way out after making a swirl. Yes, it's alive, exactly. Wow, okay, I am not staying on this line very well. All right, we did it. Are these all scraps? Nope, that's an eye. I want to make sure that the scraps are separate than my actual pieces. You know what, actually, maybe I should I'm going to put all my pieces down here. Then I'll know those are my good pieces. All right, let's place this guy. So again, I'm only going to press or like stick down up here and through here. I'm not going to like aggressively press down where it overlaps all this other stuff. Wow, that was tiring. My wrist is tired, so maybe that's a good reason for using a smaller scissors. My wrist is tired from holding up that big scissors. I suppose that big scissors wasn't really meant for this. This is a dressmaker scissors. It's meant to be to lay down on the ground like this and cut. It's not meant to like be moving around up in the air. Ah, well, I still like it. All right, I'm gonna try and be careful near these legs. We got some little fuzzle stuck in there, all right. Well, this is the goofiest applique piece I think I've ever done. Most oddball shape one. I suppose I don't really have to be all that careful with this. I'm being more careful just to like protect the edges, but you know, it's fabric. It's not gonna like break on me. Ooh, but that one got a squiggle. Pulling it on it kind of funny. All right, let's place this guy. I'm gonna get you guys a little higher here. All right. Here the stickiness might be a little goofy, but ultimately I think it's gonna help us out. I can get these arms kind of going in the right spot. So see right here, the coral has to go underneath that, so I don't want to press down too much there. I mean, I can always lift it back up, but ideally I don't want to do that a lot. And remember, I just kind of roughly put all these blue lines down, so it's not going to be so perfect. They're just more guides, and actually I think we're looking pretty good here. Oops, yeah, I don't want to press this down too much because we need to get coral underneath there. But see, now the head's going over that edge a little bit here of that back arm, and it's going over this back arm area here. I'm kind of flattening it out from the head outward. So I think we're good. I think it's pretty dang cute. I really like it, actually. All right. And I think some of this gets cut off at the bottom anyway. Oh, it is so cool. It is so cute, isn't it? All right. I'm going to leave that one just like that. Oh, and you know what? I can almost see the eyeball line through there yet. Just a hair. Oh, yeah. I barely drew it on, but I can kind of see a little bit of it. So maybe that'll help us a little bit here. So, oh, yeah, I don't want to press that down. I'm going to save the eyeballs though. I want to take care of this stuff here so I can push these down. So let's do this furthest most back coral piece. Oh, and luckily this is a whole different piece. So good. I was thinking, oh, we're gonna have to deal with this leg too, but this whole leg is a separate piece. It looks like, yeah, here it is right here, I think. Oh no, that goes up here. Ah, it's somewhere else, but that leg is separate. All right, so let's do this furthest back coral piece. Oh God, there's another wacky shape. Whew. All right, I'm gonna press this quick just to flatten it out for us again. And we're gonna cut that out. And I think actually I might cut this out with my little scissors just so it's not quite as hard on the hands. But it's looking cute, I think. All right. So I don't really have to put a pin or anything in, or put a pin in just so that this stays, or what do you mean, Gretchen? I don't need to put in a pin so it stays because remember it is sticky. So that's what I like about the steam seam. But I think these are cute. The little stars and the little flowers together. I think those kind of complement each other. All right. This is the 3-piece. So this is actually this piece and this piece, it looks like. Oh, and this arm wrapping around is a different fabric as well. Okay, so we're really just only concerned with this arm. All these other parts can be pressed down. Yeah, so it's just this swirl. Yeah, and it actually goes behind, and then it goes in front. So that's a little goofy. So get these fuzzles out of the way. So the coral goes above here, but underneath the rest of it. All right, let's do it. With little baby scissors this time. Oh, this pink coral color is going to be pretty. Ugh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to switch to the big Kai scissors. I just like it better. I just like it for like some of these big cuts. So I'm going to do this side here, I think. I just like I can go with these long cuts, all just one big movement. Or two big movements. All right, we'll go to right there, and I'm gonna get the other side from the other side here. Ooh, don't want to accidentally cut that though. I should have gone the other direction first. Oh well. The nice thing about these Kai scissors is you can get right to the point and it'll still cut. Oh, I need to get that a little bit yet. Dang it. All right. Let's clean it up a little bit. All right. Get this little edge. Ooh, this might even be harder than cutting out that octopus just because you got to get in all these little bits. All right, well, I'm glad we're at least doing the hard ones tonight. The little hard squiggle bits. The rest I'm hoping aren't. Oops, I snipped into there a little too far. bigger. There we go. Oh, it's going to be pretty though. I like this fabric. All right, that was a hard bit there. I just had the like memory of move the paper, not the scissors again from preschool or kindergarten. That my kindergarten aha moment to move. Don't move the scissors, move the paper. Ha! Remember to breathe. That's good, Valerie. Yes, that is a good reminder too. It is kind of one of those things, isn't it? All right, now I think. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was thinking that number 2 piece goes in front of that little bit, but I think this still gets seen. All right, now we got to get into some of these little small areas again. Oh, you're teaching Lila then. She's doing well with her scissors. Nice. Yep, I think it's a little counterintuitive when you are introduced to the idea of a scissors. You want to move the scissors. All right, that chunk is out. Home stretch here now. Gotta get around. This is the last little difficult bit. Okay. Yep. Breathe. Oh, this is gonna be so cute when it gets on here, though. I'm excited. There, and I think the rest of this is kind of behind, yeah, behind some other pieces. So really, this part we don't have to be as perfect, but we don't have that much leeway, so we still want to be pretty good here. Pretty good. Oh, it's coming off the paper there. Pretty good staying on the lines yet. Oh, that's how the airplanes are here, Robin. Sometimes they sound so close, and other days you don't hardly hear them at all. All right. Whew, did it. Okay, so it was already kind of coming up right here, so I'm going to just start pulling from right here. Get these little sections. So this, that it's sticky, is a little annoying at this part with all these weird little phalanges, but when you stick it down onto the fabric, that's when it gets really nice. All right, there we go. All right, I'm going to get you guys up a little higher again here. Okay, let's, oops, sorry. Hold on. There we go. Let's try and get this guy in here. So there's some points gotta make. We got this small guy here. Oh, I think this was supposed to go behind here a little bit. All right, and let's just get this part here first, and then we'll work our way down. All right, this does have to wrap around here somehow. We are cutting it close there. Yeah, I think we gotta scooch over here. Ooh, I think this might be the hardest little bit to do. All right, there's this little bit right here that shouldn't be touching. But I suppose it doesn't matter all that much. That goes here, and then this kind of goes over. Oh, but it goes under this piece. There we go. See, there's a lot of over and undering happening. There we go. Okay, and then this needs to wrap around a bit. Doesn't really want to. I think I gotta get it right in the right spot. Well, I think once I fuse that down, it's gonna be okay there. I mean, it really is grabbing onto that there. Gotta flatten out this on top and this on the bottom. I think we got it. I think that's connected there. A little fuzzle here. This is, I mean, you know, this will get more raw edged as we go. So if I'm getting some little raw edges already, that's okay. Just right there, I don't like. Had a little fuzzle get away from me there. All right, but that's cute. I think we got that going how it needs to be. Oh, and this part went over and under. There. Okay, yeah. I think that's our main coral piece there. Why don't we do the other two coral pieces and get that out of the way? Because then we can get this guy on here. Oh, I like the colors though. All right, next coral piece. It's this piece, which is number 2. Oh yeah, right here. Number 2, there we go. So I'm gonna just press that again quick because they did get all a bit curly sitting around for the weekend. All right, ooh, this has got a lot of little bloops in here. All right, let's give it a go. I think this part goes off the edge, like into the seam allowance. Oh, fray check. So I don't actually have any fray check. We keep talking about that though. I should buy some of that because you're right. I could put a little fray check there. I'm just under the assumption that I'm going to be running this through the wash like immediately when I'm done, and we're going to get raw or like rough edges everywhere. So I'm just going to try and not let it bother me. But yeah, I think that's a totally valid, good idea is some fray check. If this was a needle turn where I don't want frayed edges anywhere, I would totally get some fray check on there, so it doesn't look like a little piece got out of place. So many little bloops on these. Man, I think this tracing and this cutting is definitely what the name of this piece is, though. I mean, it's all about that process for this raw edge applique. Oh, I'm excited for Friday. So finish it Friday. Again, keep an eye on your emails. I'm going to be sending out and I thought about it tomorrow, and then I'm going to try and flesh it out a little bit more this week. But I think it's going to be a really fun kind of take a break type project. Oh, I shouldn't have done number 2 because this one has to go behind this number 2 piece, but we can just kind of peek what it's going to look like. It's going to go there. So we actually, since there's a piece underneath this one, we got to do that one first. So let's do this number 1. Oh, it's these cute little coral flowers. Well, the hint is coming tomorrow, Leslie. The hint's coming in the email, but I'll share with you more tomorrow here. I'm still kind of figuring it out a little bit. That's why I'm not saying anything quite yet. I can say that I think it's going to be all about embroidery, though. So there's a hint. We're going to do some embroidery on Friday. Does this have some bloops in the end? Oh, it does. So I'm kind of not getting all these little bloops. Oh well, it's going to be kind of rounded. All right, so I'm taking the paper off of the number 1 piece. Ooh, I have a mess of paper here. Paper and fabric bits. I'll definitely need to clean up my area when we're done with this. All right, this guy, so much of him gets covered up, but it does look like it pops up above this leg, like right here. So we'll see it on the other side of the leg. Wow, yeah, my tracing of this is kind of weak. Huh, okay, but it's got to cover up this part of the leg. Wow, yeah, I don't think I placed that other coral piece very well. So I think we're going to have to get it right there and hope for the best. I think that'll be okay. I wanted it to cover up this front coral piece. All right, I think we're fine. And now let's do this number 2 piece right away. All right, there we go. All right, and he goes up here and he covers up like all. I think he gets right way up in there too. There, he covers up these 3 pieces and a little bit of this 1 piece. I think right like that. Cute. Okay, I think that's looking really kind of nice. All right, I think the piece that I want to get down yet tonight is maybe this 5 piece. Oh, I missed what's going on here? Number 10. Ooh, I gotta tuck a hole. Okay, I gotta tuck this number 10 piece. I gotta tuck it underneath here. Does he go on top of this? Oh yeah, and then it goes on top of this. Ah, sheesh. Let's take care of that. Number 10, where are you? Oh man, 10 is this big crazy one. Oh, number 10 is this whole piece too. Oh wow. Okay, so this is quite the piece. All right. Let's see if we can take care of this piece. This will be like our last crazy piece for the night. I think after this piece, it's smooth sailing. Then it's just like covering up some of the arms with some of doing the eyes, but covering up the arms with a little extra piece. But yeah, this one's nutso. Yeah, okay. let's take care of this one. This is both of the weird pieces that I need to deal with. Like this part here goes behind the coral, then everything else I think goes in front. Coral for coral, exactly. That's one of my favorite colors right now. But yeah, I think it's looking really pretty. And you know, I was worried about the colors, and they came together so quickly. But yeah, I was like, oh, I have this white background. It would be so cute, like on the blue, like in the example and stuff. But I put a rule for myself of the white background, and how are all these pale colors going to look on it? But I think it's turning out really kind of cute. So I'm happy with it. Oh, this is a tiny little detailed piece right here. This is the scary piece. After this, it gets easier. The scary section, I guess. There we go. I bet you this guy was, this little octopus was fun to draw. Around this little corner. Actually, I'm going to just snip that off because it's getting in the way of what's going on here. There we go. Get rid of that. Now let's finish it up. So tomorrow, I think we'll definitely finish cutting out all these pieces, and we'll probably be able to fuse it, which means by Wednesday, I think we'll be stitching all this stuff down, stitching these guys down. So that'll be nice. Oh, you saw Rob's giant version of this? Yeah, I bet you it's really, really neat. So the designer for this did it as a whole quilt, like blew it up really big and did it as a big quilt. Oh, what a fun! Think about like if you gave that to like for a baby quilt, how cool that would be. All right, here we go. Now we're gonna be performing some surgery here. So and it's really goofy too. So it lines up in a really odd way on top of our other octopus piece. So there's not really a lot to go by. I'm kind of paying attention to this area here because this piece bloops out and it covers it on both kind of sides. That's this right here. So it covers it but doesn't interfere with either side of the bloop. So it kind of goes right like that. So we can see that bloop out here. And even this kind of crosses over. It doesn't line up with this arc or anything. So that's kind of on its own. And then this kind of covers up the bottom piece of that leg. But okay, so here's where it goes around. All right, so this is kind of the part that we got to lift up. So here's the surgery. We're going to lift up this coral piece. I'm going to do it at a part that's going to get covered up because I'll probably make the edge raw. I thought we were done with that coral piece, but we weren't. All right, now, okay, maybe I was better this way. All right, it's still got to cover up the lower part of this leg. Oop, then flip this way. All right, get those stilettos going in here. There we go. You know, definitely draw out the shape before placing all these. This would be so difficult if I hadn't drawn these blue lines here first. All right, I think we got it there though. Now that can go back down. And luckily it just sticks right there. That's looking right. It goes in front of, goes behind that coral, that makes sense, and then in front of this other coral. Yep, okay. And then it actually looks like it goes in front. Oh yeah, so it went in front here, so I don't know why we, yeah, anyway, I think we're good. Just like that. Yeah, I think that's that. All right, okay, and then this guy swoops down like this, all cute. I think we got the whole deal right there. So the neat thing about when he stitches it, because this is like a pile of arms kind of blending together in a goofy way, but when, we'll do it like how he has here, but when he stitched it, he kind of, you know, he's adding in like the extra area for arms and stuff like that. So he's just kind of squiggling in here, but he's making some separation between the arms a little bit, I think. Oops, sorry, I nicked you guys a little bit there. But I think we'll just leave it at that, like that for now. Oh, these bubbles are going to be cute too. So tomorrow, you know, we still got quite a few pieces. Let's see, we have 2, 4, 6, 8. We have 9 pieces for this bit yet, if you can believe it. So what is left is we got these 3 bubbles. The coral is finished, but now we have all these extra shapes that go on top of our octopus. Like there's a shape that goes on this leg, there's a shape that goes on this leg, and all that is, you know, to make this dimension, to make like the underneath of the leg and on top of the leg. So that's basically the main thing of what we have left, and then the 2 eyes. So we will work on all that tomorrow. So more cutting tomorrow. But yeah, you can see why this steam is seam too, the fact that this is sticky. Like if it wasn't sticky, none of this would be staying right now. I'd have to lay it perfectly and hope it doesn't move or pin it. But with the steam seam too, it just sticks down like a sticker, and I can still move it around like how I did with this coral here. That would have been really difficult to pry up if it had already been fused. Very difficult or impossible to do. So here's where that steam seam 2 really is coming in handy. But okay, I'm gonna flip you guys around and we will call it an evening here. Oh, there we go. Sorry, you guys. The phone did a... Okay, it's still recording. Phone did a goofy... Gave me a goofy warning there for a moment. Okay. Here we are. Oh, from far away, it's kind of cute too. Okay, it's coming together. This will definitely be one where you look up close to see what the heck is going on. But I like the stars. I think that was a really cute fabric for the octopus. I'm really happy about that. So neat. I think we could have maybe gone a little bit darker for the other parts of the legs. That's kind of blending into here a little bit more. But I don't know. Maybe we can solve some contrast issues, which we have a lot of in this quilt because we are using all these pale colors. But we can maybe outline things a little bit with our thread. And that can help like trace things out a little bit. So I'm excited. I really like these colors. I like how it's looking. And we will get the rest stuck on there tomorrow, cut out and stuck tomorrow, and hopefully even fused down. So that'd be swell. So we could start sewing the appliques, just doing like the decorative stitching on Wednesday. That'd be great. So awesome, you guys. Thank you again for joining me here tonight. And again, take a look at your emails tomorrow morning. There'll be an email going out, and there'll probably be a few more this week as well. And thanks for everyone who bought on the Amazon sale. There's a 20% off Amazon sale that goes through Wednesday yet. Just an FYI on that as well. So good night, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow.